Wow.
We are on. Okay. It looks like we're on. You ready? Are you ready? Well, it's too late. Oh. There we go. All right, I turned that off because it was going to be an echo. All right, you ready? Okay, let's get into it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Book Talk Author Interview. Today I am here with my special guest, my daughter, Gia. Yay! Gia, so congratulations on your book. How has it been so far?
This year I won a Dependable Award for being dependable.
Okay, that's great. What else has been going on? So your book came out in November. What has been happening since then? Lately you got a Dependable Award. What else has been happening?
We went on a field trip to the circus, and we got to see acrobats do crazy tricks.
Okay, you're talking about at school?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, let's go ahead and talk about your book. I see you have a copy right there. Hold it up for everybody to see. What is it called?
Mrs. Fox Teaches Kindness.
Right, okay. And it says Miss Fox Teaches Kindness, a friendship coloring book for young creatives. Do you want to maybe read it together so people can know?
Sure.
All right, let's go. Here, bring it to the middle so we both can read it. All right.
Want to go first?
Okay.
Sally and Aaron, you be Mrs. Fox.
Okay, so she colored it some. So what we love about this book is that it's not only just a children's book, but it is a coloring book. And so you can see right here on this page, Gia has colored it. This is the opening of it, the first couple of pages. And we found that with this book, markers actually works the best. And so if you have a copy, or if you're interested in getting a copy of it for your child or the children in your life, and they want to color it, markers. And so we know that targets a specific age group because some parents don't trust their kids with markers. Reasonably so. Okay, so you want me to go first and then you read this?
I'll be Sally, Aaron, you be Mrs. Fox.
Okay, all right, go ahead. You go then.
Hi, I'm Aaron. Hi, Aaron, I'm Sally.
This is what it looks like. She colored some of the pages. All of them are not going to be colored.
Do you want to play with me? Sure.
And so they're playing with the ball.
Yeah, but I think you do that.
Yeah, we'll go through who did what when we get done reading it.
Hey, look, a flower. It's the only one like it that I can see. And there's Mrs. Fox spying on them.
Mrs. Fox in the corner.
I thought that would be you most of the day.
Okay.
Give it to me. I like it. No, stop. I found it first.
Girls, stop fighting. What's the matter?
And my mom drew the fate in the expression.
Yeah.
I didn't like that Sally took the flower away from me.
Okay.
You weren't being a good friend. You weren't sharing. You didn't let me have it.
Oh, hold on. Now, maybe we can find another one. Check out those expressions.
No, that was the only one we saw, Mrs. Fox.
That's because you didn't look over there.
Mrs. Fox always has a smile on.
Yeah, Mrs. Fox is happy. Okay.
No,
Oh, yeah. Sally, I think you owe Aaron an apology.
I'm sorry, Aaron. I forgive you, but I'm a good friend, right, Mrs. Fox?
Yes, you are a good friend. You wanted your friend to enjoy your happiness with you. It's okay that you didn't want her to take it from you.
Mrs. Fox, am I a bad friend for taking the flowers? I just got excited and wanted to hold it. Why does it feel like Cooper's in the mic?
I don't know. Okay. No, you're not a bad friend. Sit down. I'm going to teach you two about kindness and friendship. Good friends are kind. To be kind does not mean that you always have to agree with each other. It means that you respect each other.
You cut out Sally.
You respect your friend by joining in their happiness, but refraining from taking it away from them. Okay, go ahead.
You respect your friend by not harming them with your words or actions.
You see all the friends?
The big bear is the big bear. Big bear? Mom bear? Big?
I guess. You respect your friends by not persuading them to do things that they said they don't want to do.
A kind friend is someone who makes time to play and have fun with you.
See, so they're all playing and having fun together.
Wait, if you go to one, I like this one and the little 5 birds.
So she's saying she likes this guy here and then the birds on that page over there. Okay. Because a kind friend is someone who will experience all of your emotions with you and still think you're great. And so you see all of the emotions there.
What made me laugh is either I think it was this one and this one and this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Let's see.
A kind friend is someone who will love you for you and not for what you have.
A kind friend is someone who will tell you when you're making a mistake and will encourage you to do better.
You skipped a thing to videos.
Oh, no, I did. I was trying to flip them, but. These pages get stuck. Okay, there you go.
A kind friend is someone who will celebrate with you when you're happy and who will hold your hand when you're sad.
A kind friend is someone you can be silly with all the time and serious with sometimes.
Why do these two what are those?
Deers?
Deers look like Bambi.
Bambi?
Bambi.
I don't know.
They look like it from a certain angle.
Okay.
A kind friend is someone who will ask for forgiveness when they've hurt your feelings.
A kind friend is someone who is on your team and supports you.
So what if you have multiple friends?
Then that's pretty cool.
A kind friend is someone who is not jealous of you but inspired by you.
A kind friend is someone who should be held onto because they are rare.
That's how I am when I see Nyla.
Oh.
A kind friend is someone who everyone should want to become.
Yeah. And then just more coloring pages at the end. And
Yeah.
so,
But then it gives a little sneak peek at the very back.
yeah. And then on the back, it shows you sneak peek of the pages in there. And then again, the cover.
Yeah.
And so Gia had already pointed out as we were reading that in the beginning of the book, so the part that she did, do you want to tell us the part that you did with the book?
Yeah. So the parts that I did is like the drawing I did. So I did like the bunny. I did the bunnies and Mrs. Fox. Mrs. Fox I got from one of the paintings I did. And Sally and Aaron. I just started drawing those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then towards the end of the book, we had some help. We had some help with the background for the characters, and then we had some help with the other forest
and my mom
animals.
did the background.
Yeah, I got some help with some of these parts. You can kind of tell how it transitions from the beginning to the end, that the illustrations slightly, they look a little different, let's just say.
Yeah.
So,
that doesn't
but overall, it was a pretty good experience. What do you think? I think it was a good experience for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also teach other kids about kindness.
Yeah.
Or it says it teaches kindness. So
yeah. So Gia has gotten the kindness award from the first time that she started going to daycare. Well, not the first time. I want to say like no. She got the kindness award from like the time she was like 4 or 5, and she's now 8, and so she's gotten the kindness award pretty frequently. And like she said earlier, she's also gotten award for being enthusiastic and for being dependable, and so we're pretty excited. Gia and I are pretty excited that she continues to get awards at school for having great character. And so that's something that we work on here at home. And so Gia, do you have any tips for someone out there who's watching this, maybe a kid is watching this with their family? Do you have some tips for how they can be kind? How can we be kind to people? We shared some good tips in the book. Do you have any of your own?
No.
Okay. Well, let's see. This one says, good friends are kind. To be kind does not mean that you always have to agree with each other. It means that you respect each other. What do you think about that?
Well, sometimes it's not always good to be kind because you don't know if a person is going to take advantage of that kindness that you have.
Okay. Wait, but we're talking about this right here. What do you think about that I just read? Good friends are kind. To be kind does not mean that you always have to agree with each other. It means that you respect each other. So what you said a minute ago was that sometimes you don't know if people are gonna be or take advantage of your kindness. Okay, so does that mean like that what do you do then? Do you still be kind anyways? Yeah.
Yeah.
You still be kind to them, but you don't always have to agree with them, right?
Yeah. You have to respect one another. You have to respect their space and one another.
Right. So if they don't agree and you don't agree, then that's okay, right? Can you still be kind to them?
Yeah.
Right.
You
Okay.
don't have to say mean words because those mean words will go away. You can take them back.
Right. Exactly. Right. Okay, that's good. And so respect is just about, like you said, giving each other space to be themselves, right? And that's what we do. We give each other space to be ourselves with our friends. Anybody that we call a friend, that's how we treat them. Right. Okay. What else, Gia? Are you working on any other books? What do you think?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So people want to know, they want you to kind of tell us about yourself. So how did you become an author?
Well, my mom basically helped me become an author.
Yeah.
Because she always used to buy me watercolor paints when I was, how old was I?
You were really little. You were like 3 or so.
When I was 3.
Yeah.
And that helped me become a better artist.
Mm-hmm.
Couple years.
Yeah. So from 3 to now 8 years old, you've been painting since then.
I've been painting for 5 years.
That's a lot. That's a long time. And so later on, after this episode, Gia, we have some videos of her painting. She mentioned earlier that Mrs. Fox is actually a painting that she has done, and it's actually hanging up in her room, Mrs. Fox. And so she has some other characters that she's done that we're hopefully going to put into a book sometime soon. To offer to children and just families and schools that might be interested. Gia had the chance to read this book at her school in front of her class. How was that experience? Were you pretty excited? I know you said you did it twice. Yeah. Tell us about that. What happened?
The first time they were, how do I say this in a nice way?
What were the kids doing the first time, Gia?
So one person was talking about while I was reading. Another was
So were they interrupting you while you were trying to read it the first time? Yeah. Okay. This is a 3rd grade class, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's too bad. But then you got to read it again, right?
Yeah.
And then how did that time go?
That went great.
Okay. What did your friends say about your book?
Which one? Really.
This one. What did your friends say about this book?
Since my teacher, Miss Parson, showed it to the whole entire class, they all came up to my desk because Miss Parson showed them to my class, and they were all surprised.
What? Did you feel excited? How did you feel?
I felt nervous and excited at the same time.
Did you feel proud? That's a big accomplishment. Yeah. It's a big accomplishment. You should feel proud because you know what? A lot of people out there have stories that they want to tell, but they don't do it. They never will put their stories together and put them out in a book. And so that is amazing that at 8 years old, we were able to do this with each other, put a book together and work together on this, and that you'll have this forever. Books never die. And so this will be something that you will have forever. And so, yeah, that's really exciting. Okay, so what else? What is it? Do you think that you will be an author like me when you grow up, or what do you want to be when you grow up?
I might want to be either a singer, ballet dancer, a veterinarian, or a model.
Okay, you can definitely be all of those things. Let's see. What did you say? You said a singer. What else? Say it again.
A singer, model, ballet dancer, or veterinarian.
Okay, yeah, I'll say. So that's what I was going to talk about. Veterinarian. So last summer, Gia and I had the opportunity to dog sit. How was that? Shout out to those people who let us watch their dogs last year. That was fun, wasn't it?
The first two dogs we dog sitted was Max and Bo, which I still miss them.
Yeah, we known Max since Gia was a little baby. Shout out to Desiree and Max and her family, her children and her husband. Shout out, you guys. She has 2 kids, the little boy, and she has 2 boys now. Yeah, I know.
And Max and Bo, and I think it was the other little dog we dog sitted was
Miss Pickles.
Yeah, Miss Pickles. I thought Pickles was a boy.
Oh, it's a Mr. Pickles. I don't know. I don't remember if it was Miss Pickles or Mr. I think it was Miss Pickles.
Yeah, and then the other dog we sitted was
Finn.
Yeah, Finn. If you get too close to him, he kind of looks like a human stuck in a dog.
Finn did look like a human stuck in a dog body. We don't have any pictures, but maybe I don't have any pictures right now to pull up, but yeah, and so that was a lot of fun. So is that why you'd say that you want to be a veterinarian? You want to keep helping animals?
Yeah.
That's good. That's awesome, Gia. You could do anything you put your mind to.
I want to help animals in need.
Yeah, that's good. That's great. We need more people like that. Okay, what else? Is there anything else that you would like to share before we get off? This was great.
I want to ask you some questions.
Okay, what is it?
How did you become a book author?
How did I become an author? Okay, well, I became an author because I had written a book I want to say I wrote this book in like 2017-ish.
2011.
Well, so okay, let me go back. So in 2011, I kind of told her this story already. So that's why she was like, wait, go back. Okay, so in 2011, I wrote a story that will be published this year, which it's been 10 years, 10 plus years that the story has coming, okay? And so when I say people have stories that sometimes they will never publish, I refuse to be that person. If I got a story to tell, I'm going to tell and I'm going to publish it. And so, but I digress, right? So I have this story in 2011 when I went to college. I went to Bethune-Cookman University. Shout out Hell Wildcats. Shout out to them. And when I was getting ready to graduate, I was pregnant with you. And so I was like, okay, I want to, right. Okay. So it was my last year in undergrad. And yeah, so, that year I was like, okay, I was going to school to become a journalist. And it says, say hi to Papa.
Hi, Papa.
And so, yeah, I was going to school to become a journalist, right? And then, you know what? I was getting ready to finish, and I decided I didn't like journalism work. I really liked the creative part of storytelling. And so I had asked my professor, I asked them like, hey, even though this is my last year in college, I actually think I want to become a published author and take that route. And she said, well, Aurelia, you have the skills to do it. She was really encouraging. Shout out to Miss Valerie Whitney. I definitely appreciate your encouragement. But she encouraged me to work for a publisher. So I worked for a publisher for a year as an editor. And then that didn't work out. And then I worked for a self-publishing author for a little while, and that didn't work out. And so years later, after that, I had a cousin ask me if I would help them publish a book, but they wanted it to be legit. So she was like, can you start a company? All of this. I was like, let me see what it costs. It didn't cost that much. At this time, we were living in Texas. We're now in Florida. And so this was when we first moved to Texas from Florida, which is so funny to be back. And so then I was like, okay, let's do it. So I started my book publishing company, Win Publications, got that started. And I put out my first book, which was a devotional for single mamas like myself. And I was so excited about that. I really enjoyed the process. And long story short, that was when I published my first book. But my first book was terrible, Gia. It was terrible.
Not what I'm now.
Exactly, right. Okay, so sometimes, and that's a lesson. Sometimes when you exactly, you can do something. I was so excited. I put it out there. I didn't edit it. All of these things that I now tell authors to do, edit your book, right? Yeah, I know. So all of those things all of those mistakes that I made, I now tell other authors like, hey, don't make these mistakes. And so now I own a publishing company where I not only publish my own books, but I get to publish books from other authors, and I get to publish Gia's books. And so it's been such an awesome time. Say hi to Sharon. Shout out to Sharon. What's up? Hi. Say hi, Gia. We have some people watching us on YouTube Live. Thank you for joining us. This has been awesome, catching up with Gia and talking about her book and her achievements that she's had in the last year. And so, yeah, that's how I became an author. That's how I started my publishing company. Really, do you want me to tell you more? No, I can go on and on. Honestly, I'm passionate about this, and this is all that I want to do. And so, yeah, so my hope for Gia is that, this would give her options, right? As parents, let's talk to the parents in the room now, kids. You can say right there, look, as parents, we obviously want the best for our children. And so while this is something that her and I, publishing books and stuff like that, if she was to ever be like, she doesn't want to do it anymore, I would say that's fine. Cool. Do what you want to do. If you missed it, Gia did say that she wanted to be a singer. She wanted to do ballet. She wants to be a veterinarian, model, all of these things. And so that's exciting. And I know that she can do whatever she puts her mind to. But for now, we're going to be rocking with it. Or if she doesn't want to anymore, but she did say that she does have more books that she wants to put out. And so she does have more characters like Miss Fox that she's drawn that we want to go ahead and she has a sneaky panda. And so he's peeking around the corner. And so we have some ideas. Like we mentioned earlier, Gia always is getting these rewards from school for her character. And so I really, but both sides hurt. That's all her, right? Our children, we can teach them, we can lead them to water, but we can't make them drink. And so that's how we roll over here. Just, hey, basically you can give somebody an opportunity and it's up to them to take the opportunity or not. Like you can tell somebody, hey, I got this for you, and they can either accept it or they don't have to accept it. It's
like their choice if they want to.
Right. And so that's what I'm saying. You have the choice, like, hey, this is an opportunity for you as my child. Do you want to take this opportunity or not? That's your choice, right? And so that's the thing with choices, that sometimes you have choices, and then as a child, sometimes you ain't got no choice. Yeah, but that's okay. That's all right. For the things that you do have choices for, right. That
or that.
Exactly. But she's been getting character awards, like we said earlier, since she was 4 years old. And so she has different characters that we're going to put into a series of books where we teach children and parents to help their children develop their character. Because while grades are absolutely important and Gia continues to get good grades, we just got her report card and I'm so excited. S's is satisfactory, O's are outstanding, and she did get A's and B's. And so she's doing great. But what I was saying is character follows you all the days of your life. And so it's really exciting for me as her parent to see that she is really understanding and she's turning out to be a great human being. And so that's exciting. And we want to make sure that, other kids can learn from an example. Sometimes, someone told me a long time ago that you could hear the same thing over and over and over and over again, and it doesn't stick until that one person tells you it again, and for whatever reason, it sticks. And so with that, what I mean by that is parents, we can teach our kids to have better character, but maybe it has to come from someone like them. And so someone who's their age, someone who is in the same grade as them. And so, that's why we are creating these books, so that way Gia can be an inspiration to other children. And she's not perfect. She makes mistakes, right?
All the time.
All people make mistakes.
That's just life.
Exactly. See, look at that. Look at that. We're pretty proud of her, and everything that she has going on. And so you can get this book on Amazon, or you can get it at winpublications.com. It's only $6. You can get a couple of copies. We have Mother's Day coming up. Spring break is coming up. If you're looking for something to do with your child, get some markers out, supervise, and get you a copy, get a copy for your children, get a copy for your niece, your nephew, your grandkids. Everybody needs to get a copy. Everybody should get a copy. And really, especially in this world, kindness, man, it can go so far. You never know who needs just a little bit of kindness shown towards them today. And
no matter what, you should always be kind.
Exactly. All right. Well, that's all we had for tonight. Thank you all that have joined us during the live. And for those that will watch this replay, let us know what you think. Let us know what you would like to see. One of the things that we didn't mention before we jump off is Gia and I have been playing Roblox together.
Check that out on my channel.
I uploaded the first episode to her channel, and so we will keep recording those. That's been a lot of fun. I think you'll see more of what was the name of our pet sitting business? Ma and G.
Yeah, Ma and G.
You'll see more of Ma and G on YouTube coming soon. All right, y'all. Good night. Your papa says bye, G, and we love y'all. Love you too. Thanks for rocking with us.